Before you invest into the Abuja real estate market, you must understand these facts. The first is that the Abuja real estate market is governed by strict and well-organized land administration. The second thing is that for the fact that you have invested in other states doesn't mean that when you come to the FCT and implement the same knowledge, everything will work out perfectly for you. No, there are certain variations, right? For example, when you come to land titles here in the FCT, there are variations in the kind of land titles that you find in the Federal Capital City compared to other states within Nigeria. So in this particular video, we are going to list out some of the common land titles that are usually found in the Abuja real estate market. So as an investor who is coming into the FCT to invest in real estate, you must first of all understand that there are various land titles in the Federal Capital City. Now, investing in real estate here in the city of Abuja, you must understand these three facts. The first is that you must understand the kind of title that comes with that property. The second thing is you must understand the source of that particular title. And the third thing you need to pay attention is you must understand the legal backing of that particular title. This is very, very important. As an investor, you cannot afford to ignore these three facts for any reason, because having an understanding of all of this will position you in order to invest safely into the Abuja real estate market. So in this particular video, we are going to highlight some of the common land titles that you find in the Abuja real estate market. And by the way, if you are just coming across this channel for the very first time, my name is Alex Iwambi. I'm a real estate investor and broker here in the city of Abuja. So what we do here is to educate you about everything concerning real estate and also guide you towards investing safely here in the city of Abuja. On this particular channel, we are building a community of smart investors who are intentional about building sustainable wealth for themselves. So if you want to be part of this community, all you need to do is to hit the subscribe button and equally turn on the notification bell. So having said all of that, let's begin with our today's conversation in this video. But before we go further, you need to understand that this video is going to be in series. We are going to be the episode 1 of this video. I'm going to make the episode 2 as well. Now, remember at the beginning of this video, I stated that there are 3 basic points you need to note as somebody is coming to invest in the Federal Capital City. The first is that before you invest, you must understand the title that comes with that property. The second point is that before you invest, you must understand the source of that title. And the third point is that you must also understand the legal backing of that particular title. So in this particular video, I'm going to be highlighting the common land titles that you find in the Federal Capital City and also show you the source of the various titles that we are going to be discussing in this very video. So the first title we're going to be looking at here is, let's tag this our number 1, is the FCT C of O. Now, in case you don't know what the FCT means, it's the Federal Capital Development Authority, and it's the body that is in charge of giving land allocation within the Federal Capital City. So we have a title called the CFO, which comes from the office of the FCT. Now you also come across another title that will be tagged FCT R of O. This is the right of occupancy, still coming from the office of the FCT. Another title you will likely come across is the letter of intent. This is usually tagged LOI, letter of intent. Now, the letter of intent is a document that is usually given for mass housing. For instance, if you are a developer that intends to do mass housing projects, the government will issue the letter of intent subject to certain conditions. Now, one of which, if you are to develop the property to a certain point, they will now upgrade the title for you. So whenever you come across a title like this, know that it's usually given for mass housing project. So another title you likely come across, let's tag this the number 4, is the regularized C of O. The area council regularized C of O. Area council, let's go area council regularized C of O. Now, when you come to the FCT, we have what we call area council. This is the same thing the way we have local governments in other states. In FCT, we call them the area council. So before this time, the area council were given allocation to people within the city of Abuja until they were stopped from doing so. So what now happens to those people that had already received the allocation from the area council? So now, the body that is in charge of giving allocation within the FCT, which is the FCD, you now submit, if you are somebody that has such documents, maybe the area council C of O or area council R of O, you will now submit the originals of those copies to the office of the FCDA. They will now go through it. When it passes the authenticity check, they will now issue you another document in place of it. And such documents are called the regularized C of O, regularized R of O. So this is the source of this particular title. So we have the area council. We also have the area council regularized R of O. Now another title you come across, let's label this number 6, is the area council C of O. Now pay detailed attention to this. Remember I stated the area council regularized R of O and C of O here. Now you will come across another title in the FCT. This is where you need to pay detailed attention. The area council C of O or the area council R of O. Let me state this as the number 7, the area council right of occupancy. Now, this is the difference. When you come across a title like this, the area council C of O or R of O, you should know that that particular title has not passed the authenticity check from the office of the FCDA. The title is not regularized yet. So as an investor, you need to be careful while investing in the federal capital city, because if you are not careful, your hard-earned money will be gone for good. So it is very important you understand the difference between this, the area council C of O and R of O, and also the regularized documents of the C of O and R of O. So another title, and this is going to be our last title that we'll be looking at in this video, is the chief agreement. And this is actually the sales agreement. The sales agreement or the chief agreement is gotten from the community head. For instance, if you come to the FCT and then you go ahead and buy land from the community head or from the villagers within the FCT, they will now issue you a sales agreement or a chief agreement. This is an agreement between the seller and the buyer of that particular land. So this is one document that you come across in the FCT. So it's very important for you to understand the various land titles that you find in the FCT. Now, understanding of the land titles is one thing. The second thing is understanding the source of such titles. And the third thing is understanding the legal backing of that particular title. Because it's only when you understand the legal backing that you know whether this particular title is safe for you to invest into and this one is not safe for you to invest into. So all of this, we are going to look at them in the episode 2 of this particular video. So this episode is just to highlight the common land titles that you come across in the FCT And so on the second episode, we are going to talk in details about which of these land documents is safe for you to even invest into, which of them is not too safe for you to invest into, and also which of them is not safe at all for you to invest into. Finally, as somebody who has intention of investing in the Abuja real estate market, you shouldn't ignore this particular video for any reason. This information is very, very important for anyone that has invested in the Abuja real estate market or has intention of one day investing in this sector. So if you have found this video helpful, do well to share it with as many people as possible and leave a like on this video so that it will reach out to many people as well. Thank you. I remain your real estate broker, Alex Iwambi. I'll see you on the other one.